Good afternoon. Here I am. It is April the 3rd, and I have my cards all ready to go, ready to read and look and talk about, and maybe spend some time talking about the number 4, because this year is a 4 year. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0 equals 4. It occurs to me I should look and see what is my number 4 card. And April, of course, being the 4th month, is another 4. And children born in this month, in a 4 month, in a 4 year, are going to, they're here not for the first time. There are some calculations done in numerology where there's some subtraction, and when the result of that is a cipher, when there's nothing left, the 4 month subtracted from the 4 year, this is very often a sign that somebody is here tidying up some past life leftovers, meeting again, karmic partners, that kind of thing. The idea that the energy of this month has us all confronting something that has gone before sort of makes sense for me where I am now. The number 4 card is a burr in the snow, and its 4 energy is very, very practical and reliable. I always say that when we build something with 4 sides, it usually doesn't fall over. So the burr in the snow is in a situation that it cannot possibly control. It is a burr, it is in the snow. It can't begin to grow, it can't put down roots or do anything to create progress for itself. It simply has to wait. And the caption on the card is breathe. Breathe. Because that's all there is. There's only personal experience of the circumstance. And I think this month, for a lot of us, that is what we're facing. Waiting to see what comes next. Looking around us, taking stock of everything. The bird gets to enjoy the comfort of being in the snow, the temperature of being surrounded. It's in a place where there's some parts of the day some sunshine and some parts of the day it's in shade. So just being present with the circumstances as they are, and like the position of the sun in the sky, completely out of our control. So how we respond is what we can control. Hello, I see some people arriving. Say hi in the comments. Let me know if you would like me to draw a card for you. I have the cards. I have the cards right here in my hand. I'm using this deck. I see that you're there, but I don't see who you are. So let me know. When you make a comment, I'll see your name. So that's really good. And if you'd like me to draw a card, let me know that, and I absolutely will. I was talking about the number 4, and which is a very foundational energy. It's solid and reliable, and we build on. What we create when we're in 4 vibration allows us to be able to expand into the 5 that comes next, and is a very growing and expansive energy that adjusts and adapts to new situations. So this year, while we're in a 4, we get to choose what kind of a foundation we're building in order to go forward, which is something I wrote in my blogs back in January. I could not have even imagined predicting that before the fourth month came around, we would be shutting everything down and essentially giving us ourselves a chance to create a new foundation and to be entirely new. Okay. Oh, and I think somebody else has come in, so please say hi in the comments. Let me know if you want me to draw a card for you. I will maybe start off with a card that is intended for the entire community, so that as people come in, we can let them know about that too. And maybe set the tone for today. Okay, so for the community, the card that I want is over here, and it is this one, that one. All right, and it is, oh, how lovely. It is story. Picture of sumac in the autumn, getting ready to wait out the long season. So the 1 is always the number of the self, that place within where personality begins, where identity is rooted. And 2 is always about relationships. When there are two things, they have a relationship to each other. And I think where a lot of us are isolated, that whether we're alone, literally alone, or whether we're together with a partner, there is isolation going on. The 1 and the 2 together, the self with the relationship, add up to a 3, which is a very creative number. It's the place of inspiration. It's where new ideas come into the world. And this card is called story because it is in that relationship with ourself to other things that we find narrative to make our lives make sense. It is a place where we can tell each other stories, we can tell ourselves stories, and we're in a time now, especially, where we get to decide where this story is going to go. I've seen quite a lot of memes talking about the idea of returning to normal, when normal was perhaps not the ideal state that we want to return to. That now we can write another story for our future, and resting it on the 4 energy of April and the 4 energy of the year is probably not a bad idea at all. I'm going to hop over onto another Facebook page and just add a little more promotion for this. Telling people I'm on the Exploring Paths Cosmic Wisdom page. Oh, it helps if you can spell wisdom though. Okay. And all right. I asked it to post. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. All right. So back here, still no more eyeballs. Okay. So I get to decide whether I'm going to sit here and talk to myself. We'll give it a few more minutes to see if anybody shows up. Otherwise, I don't think there's any benefit to me sitting here by myself. None whatsoever. I will be here, in the event that this does stay up, I will be here on Tuesday at 11 o'clock Eastern, which will be very early Pacific and probably won't attract anybody there, but it will be mid-afternoon in the United Kingdom, which is where I have several, excuse me, I have several followers who, excuse me, oh goodness, that was uncalled for. Hello, somebody else has come in. Say hi in the comments and tell me whether you would like me to draw a card, because I am prepared for to do that. Oh, who is it? It's Sally! Sally, how lovely to see you. I'm so glad. This is nice. Oh, I wish this was a two-way thing, but you and I must FaceTime sometime soon. Okay, did you want me to draw you a card, Sally? I have this deck that I have created with pictures that I took, photographs that I took in the first couple of years after I was widowed. The boys gave me a camera, and I used to go out on our property and walk around and cry and talk and cry and take pictures. So that was, if you write in the comments that you want me to draw a card for you, I will. If you don't say you want that, I won't, because that's how I am. It's really good to see you. You and I must make plans. Must. Because I know you struggle with the technology. And there's lots of technology that I struggle with too, so I totally get it. Hello. You're still here. There. Yes, you did found it. Well done. Well done. All right. You want me to pull a card, Sally? Yes, I can draw a card for you. Okay. So, backs of these cards are a spider web. Love the spider web. So I'm fanning them out. I'm asking them which card has a message for Sally. It's over here. It's down in the bottom here. It's this one. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. So this is a budding mock orange, and the message on it is discernment. So yes, I'm getting your messages. Discernment. The mock orange is trying to be, or it's telling you that it is something that it isn't. Hello, Rab. How good to see you. It's a message. It's not so much about anybody trying to deceive you, as it is just when you've got decisions to make, to be really sure that you look at all sides and that you discern what's going on, because not everything is always exactly as it seems. So a message not to be impulsive, I guess, is part of it. the 13, the number 13, the one is your identity, your the central part of you, that which is you, that is deep within. 3 is the point of inspiration and the things that flow through you into the world, ideas and letters and paintings and bookcases and whatever it is that you create. And when they come together as a 4. And if you go back when we're done and watch the beginning of this video, I talk a lot about the 4. It's very foundational energy. So as you're creating circumstances and situations that you're going to build on, things you're doing now that are going to remain underneath whatever you're building tomorrow and the next day and next month and when we get to go out again, just make sure that you know exactly what it is that you're getting into. Don't let anybody mislead you. And the Nigerian prince isn't real. Guess that's kind of what that comes down to. Hey Rab, lovely to see you. I was just saying that I'm planning next week on Tuesday to be here at a different time, to hit the mid-afternoon in the UK. So I hope maybe that's a better time if you tell the family. And did you want a card today, Rab? Or are you just waiting for Susan to show up? I'm good either way. I am. So, talking about the importance of the number 4, that is April. And as the 4th month in a year that has a 4 vibration, how we're getting to create a foundation for a new and different future, which is it has happened in a very unexpected way, but it is here nevertheless. Oh, thank you, whoever's sending me confetti. Okay, Rab. I think maybe Rab has gone out to try and Okay, Susan has not shown up. Oh, okay, anybody who has come in, if you would like me to draw a card for you, say so in the comments, and I will get that. You are very welcome, Sally. I am happy to do that. And as I say, you and I must get together on a FaceTime or something. Let me talk you through that thing that you were dealing with. Georgina, you could have a reading. Absolutely, yes. I have. Oh, I see. Okay. So, I have the cards here. This is for Georgina. What Georgina needs to hear today is over in this section. For Georgina, it's that one. And we have the number 7, which is always called the teacher. And it is the teaching card. Very important at this time, I think, where we are all teachers and students. Things are so changed and changing all of the time. Whatever we're doing, we're setting an example to the people around us, and in that way we are teaching them how to be in the world. But we're also, because things are changing all around us all the time, we're also learning new lessons and new ideas and just new concepts that have never come to us before. The beech nut is a lovely, I don't know how well you can see this picture. It's a beautiful shape that opens on its seams in its own time. You cannot go into a beech nut and force it to open and wind up with anything useful at the end of it. So there's a lot of messaging about being in the moment, be here now, all of those trite teachings that are absolutely, they're trite, they sound trite because we hear them all the time. And we hear them all the time because they're true. So being in the moment, allowing things to unfold as they ripen, to allow, not to force situations. If I don't know if there's something that you've got going on, Georgina, where you're trying to race to the end of it, but no, enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, enjoy this time that we have that is so differently structured than what we're used to. And as you learn how you flourish best and how you come to your ripeness in it, whatever it is, other people are watching, other people are seeing, and they're learning from you as well. So there's a good reason to stay mindful of what's going on, for sure, for sure. Okay, welcome Louise, welcome Susan. Louise, you absolutely can get a reading. And Susan, if you would like a reading, just say so in the comments. Thank you for the compliment on the cards. They're a lovely deck, and they will be more available soon. This is the Wisdom of the Garden Path, and there, all the pictures are all pictures that I took myself, and I have. Okay. So, Louise. Here we go for Louise. This one. Oh, okay, this is nice. Oops. I will learn how to work this camera one day. Okay, we have anticipation. These are buds on a peach tree, and they're still closed, but you can see they're just on the verge of opening up and being full, flat out leaves. There's not a week-long process where they go from bud to leaf. This is sort of the day before they are leaves. So being ready for that which you've been preparing for, something that maybe you've been a while waiting. Oh, Georgina, no, I'm sorry, I'm not a medium. This is, who am I talking to here? I'm talking to Louise. Something that you maybe been preparing for a while, and it is very much on the verge of coming together. The 24, the 2 and the 4 together are this is about the foundations of a relationship and coming together in a way that serves both of you and your intended destiny, which is ultimately when we serve. That's what we're serving. The things that we planned to do before we came into the human experience. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you, Louise. Georgina, you say you have a situation. Yes, I'm so sorry. Shelley Dubé, welcome to you. Okay, Susan, you absolutely may have a card. And, oops, I think you came in under the auspices of my cousin Rab, who is my favorite story. I love Rab. I love how he came into my life. Okay, it's this top one. Oh, okay. So this is for Susan. You have the card Synthesis. And this is a card about putting things together from many different sources. This is about being able to, sometimes it's a very intellectual process where you're taking 3 books, a movie, and a thing you tripped on the stairs, and putting them together to create some sort of a cohesive presentation, whether that's for teaching or for making art. What is key is that you are at the vortex of many, many different things. And just as these brambles are all in different states of ripeness, you have a lot of stuff going on. Some of it's ready to move forward. Some of it needs a lot more time in the sun. Some of it is only just beginning. But none of it is going to come together without the effort that you put into it. Okay, we have the 1, which is your central identity, with the 5, which is energy of growth and expansion and adjusting. And they're coming together in a 6. We just had a 6. 6 is about service. It's about taking responsibility for what you need to. It's sometimes, and in these times, there's maybe a lot more of doing things because you know it's your duty to do things. And ultimately that also serves your destiny. It's one of the things that you came here to do. So I hope that makes some amount of sense for what's going on with you, Susan. All right, Shelley Dubé, did you want me to draw a card for you? Thank you so much for coming. I spent a few minutes talking to myself here at the beginning, and I have the natural fear that nobody will show up, and now here are a whole lot of you, which is just delightful. I thank you. And if you would like a card, just tell me in the comments. I have been talking a lot about the number 4. April as the 4th month in a year that is vibrating to the number 4, 2020. Okay, yes, here I go. Okay, for Shelley, okay, this one. All right, so you have number 8, which is for flow. It's a very ripe and mature energy. We're into the ones with these orangey bottoms are about fruit and things coming into their fullness. And flow, of course, the 8, when we lie it down, it becomes the lemniscate, the symbol for infinity in mathematics. So the idea that the energy that is flowing to you, the divine energy that's coming into you, it's flowing through you into the world in a very correct way, if that makes sense. It's 8 energy is always about balance and fairness, and it is the number for the judge who is able to be impartial in decision making. So the flow that is coming to you right now, you maybe have decisions to be making. Is that what that is? And you need to, or you're being asked to pause and allow the energy, allow yourself to hear the voice that your deeper self, because your deep self knows all of the answers and will be fair and just. I think perhaps I get the impression that you're sort of working on the surface and not necessarily going deep with the decision making. I might be quite wrong. You can tell me in the comments if I'm really wrong, but that's sort of what I'm getting. And so the message is to slow down. We're certainly in a time where while there are decisions that need to be made, there are also delays that need to be had. So give yourself the gift of the delay and sit with your problem, and sit quietly. Maybe a little music, but not necessarily with a guided meditation online or anything like that. Just you and Shelley together, and see what happens. Be with your breath, be with your knowledge, be with knowing that you have access to enormous wisdom, and allow the answers to flow up. You know, they can't be forced. They can't be forced. It's yeah, like holding corks underwater. They're going to come up, and if you can get out of your own way, sometimes that's what's necessary. All right, I don't see a comment telling me I'm off the wall, but you're welcome to make that, because I could be picking up somebody else's energy too. Susan, I'm glad that makes sense to you. I hope you have a lovely evening as well. And there are other people here. I'm not sure who they are. Say hi in the comments, and let me know if you would like me to draw a card for you. Okay, so I did earlier on, when I was all by myself, I drew a card for the community, and the card that came up was the sumac, reminding us that we're in a place now where we can start writing a new story for ourselves. We can decide where it goes to next and what is the next chapter. And I think that's rather a lovely theme to be going forward with while we're in this very strong 4 energy, the 4 of the year and the 4 of the month now that we're into April. Okay, Shelley, you're saying it's difficult because you don't listen to yourself? I can understand that. It's not something we're taught to do, for sure. But whether that can be your project for the next little while, to sit quietly and know that you know. We are often in the kind of culture I was raised in English-speaking Europe and then North America. We discounted children's knowledge a lot. Certainly when I was a child, it was deemed that I knew nothing. And we get disconnected. I got disconnected from my own wisdom because, oh shush, you're only 6. Be quiet and do what you're told. And as a result, a lot of us grow up and then we have to learn again to trust in the knowledge that we carry within us, just because we are amazing spiritual beings who have come here to enjoy the contrast of human physical life. Hello, Heidi. How lovely to see you. So Shelley, if you can find a way, do some breathing exercises, do something where you can get centered into yourself, and like corks in water, you'll be surprised what pops up to the surface, and it won't be wrong. It just won't be wrong. It might not be what you need for the moment, but it's there's stuff in there, and you can trust yourself for sure. All right, Heidi and Scott, hello. Would you like cards drawn for you? Let me know in the comments. And whoops, I will. How do I comment? Well, just like that. Well done, you. Did you want a card, Heidi? It's really, I'm glad you're not in a meeting this time. I do have a plan. I don't know if it works for you. Next Tuesday, I'm going to be on here at 11 o'clock Ottawa time, which will be, I think, 4 in the afternoon in the UK. And I'm encouraging all of my friends, family, followers, and people who subscribe to my newsletter from that time zone to join me on Tuesday. And of course, everybody here. All right, so Scott got his yes in first, Heidi. I'm sorry, isn't that just typical? And I'm not playing favorites, but I'm gonna draw for Scott. And I'm going to pull this one. Oh, interesting. Okay, you have number 26, which is about making decisions. Maybe this is speaking to what's going on with you at work. I don't know. Daisies are gorgeous. I grew up with people who we used to pull the white petals off to decide between yeses and nos. He loves me not, or I shouldn't. So making decisions, probably pulling petals off a daisy is not the best way to make a decision in April of 2020. But there are decisions that need to be made. The 26, the 2 is the number for relationships. So this makes it even more, makes me think that it's about work. Where you're working with colleagues, you're working within a system that is pedaling really fast to keep up with the changes. Number 6 is about service and meeting responsibility and doing duty, and where you're in a system that has legislation that says how it's supposed to go, and you can't right now. They come together into an 8, which is a number of balance and fairness and justice, and that's what you're aiming for with your decision making. It's always going to have to be about maintaining the relationships, serving in the way that it's necessary to serve, and maintaining a balance, which right now includes social distancing, which doesn't fit a lot of the things that need to happen. So that's it makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you. And again, Heidi. I'm putting that one back in the deck, and I'm going to shuffle. And I know that Heidi is a brilliant and efficient thinker. Yes. All right. So I'm not sure who else is here, whether people are still here or these are some new people who've come in. If you're new here, please comment in the comment box. Let me know if you would like me to draw a card for you. Right now I'm drawing for Heidi. Heidi's card is under there. Oh! Maybe this is why you're here today, Heidi. Curiosity. That's a gorgeous picture. I can picture you beside that, because very often you're a brightness in a room when I'm there, so that's rather lovely. Curiosity. Oh, as I think about what I know of what's going on in your life, maybe the curiosity is mine, because there's a bunch of news that I'd really like to catch up with what's going on. The 3, you can't see the space where you're typing. Oh, okay, well, you're typing well. Number 35 is the 3, which is the point of inspiration and creation, and where things come into the physical realm that weren't here before. They come through you. 5 is the energy of expansion, adapting and adjusting to new situations, which I'm sure you're doing now. And of course, they're coming together again in an 8. We're back at that fairness, justice, balance. No doubt you're having to adjust to the way things are going, and the way things are changing at a time like this. So I hope curiosity, as you as you create and adjust and find balance, there's maybe there's stuff where you're just concerned and curious and not knowing and needing to look for certainty around your the work that you do, and whether or not it's going to continue, and whether or not it can continue under the present circumstances. So I know that you conduct a lot of your life. There's a lot of curiosity in you. This is why you go trekking in Nepal to see what's there. This is why you operate the way you do in life. I think that's actually probably a very good energy for you to be aware of how much curiosity drives you every day. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Okay. Let me know if that makes sense. I saw your comment, Scott. That is perfect. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. You can't make it up. Honestly, you just can't make it up. All right. Pooja. I hope that's pronounced correctly. Hello, Pooja. Welcome. It's lovely to see you here. If you would like me to draw a card for you, say so in the comments, and I will. And I'm working with this deck, the Wisdom of the Garden Path. It's all pictures taken in the nature of the eastern coast of Canada, which is incredibly beautiful. All right. So Heidi, I see you laugh. I don't see you. I'm not sure how the screen looks. I know somebody else was having trouble finding where to comment, and I'm sorry about that. That's nothing to do with the way I configure things. I don't get choices quite that big. Okay. So, Pooja, did you want a card drawn? There we go. Yes, yes. All right. I just haven't scrolled far enough to see your comment. I apologize. Okay. So this is being drawn for Pooja. And it's this one. Oh, well, this looks happy. It is the abundance card. So rose hips in full fruit. Oh dear, I can't. Number 17, delightful number again. This is another 8. That's amazing. This is 3 in a row that the card has been the number has totaled 8. So we have the image of multiple sources of abundance for you, Pooja. Things coming together, coming for you. You being nurtured by your environment, and everything that you need being available for you, which is lovely. The 1 is always the number for the central identity. 7 is the teacher. So there's learning going on with you, with maybe where you're looking for your abundance, with maybe seeing it where you hadn't expected it. And if you're not seeing it, maybe that's part of what you need to do is look in unexpected places. But they're combining the 1 plus the 7, come back to an 8. And if you've been here a little while, you've heard me talking about this being a place of balance. It's your lucky number. This is good. Balance and symmetry. It represents that infinite energy that is present in the universe, that is bringing abundance to you. And if abundance isn't reaching you, then it's important to look at what it is that you can change to take away that block, because the abundance is there for you. the orange banner at the bottom of the card suggests that this is, again, fairly mature energy. This isn't a new situation. This is something that's been going on for a while. So it's either entrenched and will be a lot of work to change if you need to change it, or it is now so mature that the ripeness is coming, everything is falling into place exactly as it should. And I think that's more likely what it is. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you, Pooja. I see there is some more new people have come in. Say hi in the comments and let me know if you would like me to draw a card for you. And Pooja, let me know in the comments if that makes any sense, if you have any other questions. Okay, it's maybe worth saying that if you can't find the comment bar, minimizing the screen is the way to do that. I'm learning from the experience of other people as far as that goes. Okay, and there are people popping in and people popping out. All right then. So nobody else looking for anything else? No, is Sally still here? Is Shelley still here? I think maybe people come in and get their card and go, which is perfectly all right. I think I would enjoy a lot more two-way conversation as I sit here and talk to myself. It's a very odd situation. Okay, Heidi, you said when you minimize it, it's okay. You didn't say whether... Love and light to you too, Pooja. Thank you. Heidi the Curious. Yes, you didn't say whether or not that resonated, and you don't have to. I'm just wondering. All right, so we are... I did, while I was by myself, and you will see if you replay the video, if you're so inclined, I pulled this card as a community reading. Suggests to me the three of creation and inspiration. That's a combination of ourselves and our relationships and our interactions coming together to tell a new story. We're at a time where we're going to the next chapter is going to be not like what has gone before. So we're in a place where we need to be getting clear with how we want our story to unfold, how we want to create a narrative that serves us in a way that maybe the past hasn't. So that struck me as a really, really appropriate card for this time. And going back to the idea of all the four energy that is around us right now, the foundational, solid, dependable, reliable, because we are now building the base on which our new future is going to be built. And getting clear, figuring out what our story is a big part of that. So the 4 energy of April and the 4 energy of the year, and tomorrow is a 4-day. So there are a great many things going on online. I know International meditations and a lot of denominational church prayer events, things like that. I don't think maybe they're motivated by it being a 444 day, but it's a very good day to be choosing that. The times that we are in are very much altering the what's the word I want, the not the tangent, the trajectory that we were on as a society and as a people, and we have been stopped. We get a chance to start building again, start building anew, start building maybe more consciously, with an understanding of what the ramifications are if we make particular choices, and having this time to look at the options, to compare the options, to see how it is when it's different. It's a very, very great gift for those of us who are able to take the time. Great gift. All right, somebody else just came in, according to my counter anyway. Hello and welcome. Let me know in the comments if you would like me to pull a card for you. We're now I don't know if it's you who have stopped or if it's I. Never mind. Okay. Another 8 minutes, and I will. I'm planning to be here every Friday while I'm on lock-in, and I'm calling it lock-in because a lock-in in the UK is a private party held after the pubs close, which to me seems a much pleasanter association than the idea of being locked down, hunkering down, things. I'm not going down anywhere. So while we're on lock-in, I have said at 2 o'clock every Friday I'm going to do this, and then at other times, to be determined, I have determined that this next Tuesday, which is the 6th, I think, I'm not sure, but Tuesday, I'm going to be here at 11 o'clock Eastern, which is noon for my maritime friends, and 4 in the afternoon for friends, family and followers in the UK, because there is some suggestion that that's a good time for some of them to be able to take a break and come get a card read, which is a lovely thought. All right. Nobody's talking to me. Is everybody gone? Okay, so I guess there's no timer police who are going to come and get me if I shut down before the hour is up. But I'll give it another minute. It says somebody's here, but I can't tell who it is, which is, oops. All right, it's all very interesting, and the video will be on the page for a little while at least. Okay, so if anybody's left out there, thank you for hanging in. Please come back again. I would encourage you to go to my page and sign up for my newsletter so you will always know what I'm doing. Or you can check there too on the site. There's a tab that is called events, and I'll be posting there the days and times that I will be here live. All right, it's 5:02. I'm going to call it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Whoever just sent me hearts. Thank you very much. And I will see you same page, same place on Tuesday. Thank you very much. Bye bye.